Hello, this is Tara, and today's going to be a little bit racy. I'm going to give you a couple of disclaimers. I'm not promoting pornographic anything or encouraging your daughters to take crazy pictures of themselves and post them on Instagram. What I'm talking about here is teaching yourself how to take some sexy photos of yourself to send to your partner so that they always have you, even when you guys are apart. So this is interesting for me because it's I'm a bit shy. Weird. You might know me and say that's not true, but there's certain things I'm a little shy about, and this is one thing that I've worked on here a little bit, and I'm getting better at it, and I'm actually having a little bit of fun. So I figured there's got to be other people out there like me, and that would like to have some beautiful pictures of themselves that are shared privately. But how do you get to that point? How do you even get there? So I'm going to go over a couple things. I did some research on top of what I have to say about it. And I'm going to share that with you. Stick to the end, because at the end of this video, I'm going to be talking about something else that is going to help you with this subject. So, okay, there's a couple of things, and I'm going to list some things that are really important. If you're like me and your posture's not so good, you might want to get a posture corrector and train your back to sit up straight again like you did when you were little, okay? Because having poor posture, I've noticed in a couple of my own sexy photos that it's like, oh, so just, get your posture in shape, okay? Let me see. Clear your background. Like right now, my background is a plant and a towel and a radiator. This might not be the spot for a sexy photo shoot. However, if you are going to do that, you're going to want to clear up the background. You don't want, I've seen some weird stuff out there. You don't want one of those things. You don't want a toilet in your background. You don't want a heaping pile of dirty clothes or a toddler. Probably not a good idea. You want to make sure your background is clear. Now, if you are like me, hello, Mom. I like a lot of knickknacks, and I got stuff in it. To other people, it may look like clutter. To me, it's just beautiful. So on my phone, I have the ability to do like a zoom or a blurring of the background, which is really helpful. So if you can't make it absolutely perfect, you could use that kind of thing on your camera, okay? And I can't remember what it's called on mine, but it's a certain kind of focus, and I'll basically zoom it into, and I'll touch the part of the screen that I want the camera to really focus on, and everything else kind of moves around. You want to make sure your sexy photos are done in daylight. Daylight is really, really, really flattering. And if you can't do it in daylight, make sure you get yourself a selfie light. You could do a clip-on. I have one that I can just put right on my phone, or a beauty ring or something like that. Something that's going to give you some nice light. You want to also wear things that make you feel sexy. Like this shirt right here is not the sexiest shirt, but I feel sexy in it. So wear things that you feel sexy in, and that's going to really help your confidence when it comes to taking these photos. Number two, or not number two, I'm going through a bunch of stuff and none of them are numbered. Use your hands. So if you're using your hand, don't be afraid to use your hand. It's kind of alluring, and it gives the impression of, ooh, what's she going to do next kind of thing. So that's a good one. Taking over-the-shoulder selfies. So pick your camera up and take a picture of your butt this way. You might be impressed with how it comes out. You never know. The big thing here that I want to point out the most is that you really want to take your time. It's not a marathon, or it's not a race. Take 100 pictures and pick 3 of them that you like and delete the rest. It's okay. It takes time. And one thing that I see with me when I first started playing around with this, I was like, ooh, God. And that will go away when you start realizing that it's just you, you're beautiful and you can do it. Let me see. Get yourself a selfie stick or a tripod selfie stick combo. I actually put one in my cart on Amazon. They're not just for doing videos. My ring light broke today, So I'm kind of sad. So I'm using another little thingy that I have, and I'm sitting in a different spot. But I don't have a tripod now. I don't have something to, put a timer on and walk away from the camera. So I put one in my Amazon cart. I will definitely share that with you. Let me see. Don't be afraid to use some beautification filters, especially if you've got identifying marks that you don't necessarily want out there. I'm hoping that you're sharing these photos with someone that you love and are in a committed relationship with, but that doesn't mean that all of you are going to be doing that. So you want to think about that. So security is an issue. I think Kanye West has a rule: when in doubt, cut your face out of the picture. Okay? Or just not have all of your face in the picture, or get your hair in front of your face. If you have tattoos, you can use these apps to blur them so people can't identify that. I really don't think, honestly, if you're going to be doing this and you're doing it from love and not because you want to be some whatever, you should be pretty confident with what's going on. Okay? You want to feel confident in your partner. You want to feel confident about sharing it. So it's really that kind of thing. If you're building a Tinder account and you want to put up a bunch of nudes, you're crazy. So this isn't about sexualizing yourself or a woman or a man. It's about sharing something intimate with your partner. So that's really important. But if you are really concerned about safety and security, I've seen a lot of suggestions to send it via Dropbox, text messenger over versus Facebook Messenger. You also, on Facebook, you do have a private conversation. You could actually send it to your significant other in a private conversation on your Facebook. And you would have to click the little tool and look for it. It's there. Private photo vaults, where you can share that. Like I said, Dropbox. And there's a thing called Keep Safe. So you can put them there. You could also put them in a secure folder on your phone, so they're not just in your gallery, because, your kid picks up the phone and they know your password, they saw it or whatever. And they're like, oh, Mom, what have you done? Kind of thing. So think about those kind of things. And if you have an iPhone and you're in a cloud, make sure you're deleting it from the cloud as well if you don't want it to be out there. Okay, so I was talking about beautification apps. I just installed Lightroom to have better lighting, improve the lighting situation. And I also installed Beauty Plus. Now, the only downside to Beauty Plus is I feel like it over filters, but it doesn't look like an over filter. I prefer to look more like myself. I do have wrinkles. I am 48 years old. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. So I want myself to look real, but at the same time be slightly beautified. So, I'm kind of, whatever. I'm kind of amazed at some things, but anyhow. So the biggest thing, I don't know, there's a couple of big things here. It's important that you're in the mood for it. Don't just be, your husband's at work and he's on lunch and he's like, hey, babe, send me a pic. If you're like, no, or whatever, that's not the time. The time is when you're in the mood. Do that. Keep a file of it. And when, hey, babe, send me a pic. Okay, there you go. You've already got it. So that's really important. So the call to action that I've got here for you guys today is I have 4 very specific things that will help you build your confidence for anything, whether it's going to be sexy selfies for your husband or for, whatever it is going on an interview. Confidence builders are really going to help you get in the mood. So with that being said, if you would like the 4 different things that I've got that will help you build your confidence, and number 3 is going to blow your mind, go ahead and shoot me a message and I will be happy to send it to you. Thank you so much. See you later.